Mighty OB'a here with our weekly sports update. We're back from Dallas, Texas, and now it's time to update the free-falling Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills have lost 3 out of 4 at the time of this taping, with the thought that the Bills must finish 11-5 to make the playoffs and make my prediction stick. The only way they're going to do this, they're going to have to beat some teams on the road. They've already, their record right now at the time of this taping is 5-4. But that means that the Bills probably will have to beat the Miami Dolphins twice. They're going to have to defend home against Tennessee, Denver, and they're going to have to beat, I believe, one of these road games against either San Diego or New York. That's the only way they finish 11-5. If not, they're probably going to finish 9-7. The 2 games against Miami are winnable games, but the Miami Dolphins are playing quite well. The Miami Dolphins are starting to play as they've been expected to play, and it was the Buffalo Bills that were picked to be in last place. The Buffalo Bills have some devastating injuries, not to which say that the injury to the Senator is of a big concern, and I'm talking about the Senator George Wilson. He's calling it a neck stinger. But a neck stinger goes away. This is not going away after a week. And I'm wondering, has he damaged a nerve in the neck leading to the shoulder, whereas his arm is not working properly? Really, the fault of George Wilson's injury rests with the defensive staff. The man was making way too many tackles because your defensive line and your linebackers are out of position to make plays. And this falls on the defensive coordinator, George Edwards. I am not a fan of George Edwards. I think George Edwards has done a pathetic job with the personnel on this defense. And a lot of that, too, with George Edwards falls on Chan Gailey's decision to run a 3-4 when you've been drafting for 4-3 personnel for the last 10 years. Most of your personnel that the Buffalo Bills have on this roster are better suited for a base 4-3 defense and not a 3-4. You don't have a devastating nose tackle. Your linebackers are not dominating. You don't have a real rush linebacker. You were hoping that would be Sean Merriman. Well, Sean Merriman probably will not be able to play at all. I mean, he's on injured reserve now, and there's no chance after surgery that he'll be able to come back and be a major contributor for this football team. So this is what you're looking at from the Buffalo Bills. And a lot of their problems, I hate to say it, falls on Chan Gailey and the coaching staff for failing to use their personnel wisely and putting them in a position to make plays. After a while, during the course of a season, teams have gathering book on you for what you do best. And what the Bills do best, teams have been taking that away from them. And I'm telling you, and I mean it, that it is on the coaching staff, not the personnel. A lot of people are pointing the finger at Ryan Fitzpatrick, pointing the finger at other players. Yes, the players are on the field, but it's the coaches that are in charge of the game. They're the one that produce the game plans. It is George Edwards that is calling the defensive calls. If those players are not properly prepared to make decisions on that football field at a wink of an eye, then it falls on the coaching staff by not putting those players in position to make plays. Hey, that's all for us here on our weekly sports update. We will see you next week right here with our weekly sports update. I am the Mighty OB'a. Bills must finish 11-5.